saya akan mencoba, well, actually no, I am going to do it. Saya akan melakukannya, saya akan mengajarkan Anda tentang accounting. Yeah, I'm going to teach you about accounting tanpa menggunakan, without using kata-kata debit atau credit. Okay, without the words debit or credit. So it's going to be nice and simple, nice and basic. So we're going to keep it nice and simple. We're going to make sense. Okay, accountants like to confuse people. Jadi kita mau bikin caranya gimana sih accounting itu make sense untuk kita. Nice and simple. Jadi seperti Sesame Street-nya accounting lah hari ini. Okay, so very easy. Okay, so seperti kita bilang di sini, most business owners I meet itu belajarnya diskon dulu sebelum mereka ngitung. Ya, first thing. How do you increase sales? Kasih diskon. Ya, gimana cari prospek baru? Kasih diskon. Right? Tapi dampaknya, we ask them, perlu berapa customer lagi untuk bisa nutup kerugiannya kita kasih diskon? Oh, nggak tahu, belum dihitung. If you can't read the scoreboard, you don't know the score. Jadi kalau Anda nggak tahu nggak bisa baca papan skornya, nggak akan mungkin tahu skornya tuh kayak apa. Ya, kita main permainan kita ini namanya bisnis kan. Setiap permainan ada pemenang, ada yang kalah. We need to make sure, jadi game kita ini, it's about this. Jadi, kalau Anda ngelihat di situ, ada cockpit, ada gambarnya cockpit, right? Cockpit, instrumennya complicated apa tidak dibandingin sepeda motor? Ya, why is that different? Kenapa sih, why, when we look at a motorcycle, there's only like, berapa? 3 or 4 instruments in the dashboard of a motorcycle? Two, right? Right. Kalau di mobil, in a car, berapa itemsnya kira-kira? Di dashboard, 4-5 gitu kan? In a Formula One car, di mobil F1, ada berapa instrumentsnya? Ya. In a plane, di pesawat, how many instruments? Itunya lebih banyak lagi kan? Why is that? Karena lebih cepat kita mau pergi, the quicker we want to go, the higher we want to fly, lebih tinggi kita mau terbangnya. Kita udah nggak bisa percaya dengan mata kita saja. We can't just trust our eyes. Ya, kita nggak bisa nyupir pesawat and then say, ini kayaknya Surabaya sebelah situ deh. Gitu. We can't, right? So we need to trust the instruments. So today, hari ini, I'm just going to focus on learning how to read. Jadi saya cuma fokus untuk belajar bagaimana caranya membaca laporan keuangan. Ya, I'm not here to turn you into accountants. Saya nggak di sini untuk mengubah Anda menjadi accountant, tapi bagaimana sih caranya seorang business owner membaca laporan keuangan. Dan kita juga bisa ngecek bahwa accountant kita salah atau benarnya, because you know the logic from there. Yeah, so I'm just going to teach you to be business owners, to be able to read proper financial statements, and to know if somebody made a mistake or not. Okay, and then to make a decision from that to go forward. Lalu abis itu ngambil keputusan ke depannya tuh kita ngapain. Okay, so let's continue. Ya, a lot of people juga kalau saya tanya gimana tahu bisnisnya bagus apa enggak berdasarkan saldonya di bank. Saldo lagi naik, bisnis oke. Saldo lagi turun, bisnis oke. Ya, a lot of people they say like if we have a lot of money in the bank, I'm happy. They go for a drink. If I don't have a lot of money, I'm not happy. I go for a drink. Gitu kan? So that's how they measure the success of their business. But there's more to that, right? There's a statistic, ada statistiknya that says, more than 80%, actually lebih dari 80% dari business fail in the first 5 years. Yang kemarin malah ada kirim artikel, actually in the first 3 years katanya. 3 tahun pertama banyak bisnis yang bangkrut. Why is that? Karena 3 hal ini, no cash flow, nggak ada arus kas yang masuk, okay? No profits, nggak ada profit yang masuk, which means no business. Right, so I can have a lot of cash, saya bisa punya cash di saat ini, I can have a lot of cash right now, but if I don't have any profits coming in consistently, tapi kalau saya nggak punya profit yang datang secara reguler, I don't have a business, saya cuma punya cash. Kalau saya punya profitnya yang banyak, tapi piutang saya atau account receivable saya naik juga, I don't have cash. Saya nggak bisa bayar tagihan saya, I don't have a business. Okay, so we need both cash flow and profits in order to have a good business. Ya, if you understand your numbers, kalau kita bisa mengerti angka-angka kita, tentunya kita bisa ngambil keputusan yang lebih baik. Yeah, then we can make better decisions if we have these things. So business decisions ini dari guru saya, si Keith Cunningham, dia bilang, most business owners itu bikin keputusannya insting. Ya, gut feeling kalau bahasa Inggrisnya. A lot of people make the decisions based on their gut feeling. Right? Kalau bahasa Inggrisnya gut. G-U-T. Right? What does he say? Dia bilang, gave up thinking. Right? So, if we're using our gut, that means we're not using our brain. Yeah, business is about the brain and the guts and everything, right? So we need to make sure you know how to think. Bagaimana caranya kita berpikir menggunakan informasi yang kita dapatkan based on the information that we get.